Hello, good morning, great people. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you shine as bright as your solar plexus. Hope you're in high vibration. Hope you're loving yourself as well as everyone around you. Today, I would like to talk about the conscious mind, the ego. Whatever we entertain ourselves with or surround ourselves with, our environment, what we watch on television, things we listen to each his own. Understand that we all are grown. We can do what we want to do, make our own choices. We all have free will, and that's okay. But I'm making this video because I just think it needs to be said, and I'm just going to say it for the last time. It is not okay to induce the fear. It is not okay to push the fear agenda. It is okay to share your thoughts, as I once said, and do what you want and say what you want, but just because your mind is saturated with negative activity, negative ideas, or basically you're in fear. If you're in fear, you're in fear. Just say that you're in fear. You know, things that we dwell on, we all know that can be manifested into reality. Things we watch on TV, if it's negative, it can reflect in our life into reality if we choose to vacation there mentally and emotionally and spiritually. I'm not making this video because I am in fear, but I'm speaking for those who are elderly. There are people with certain health conditions who are unable to speak up for themselves. And at this time, we should have a lot of love and consideration for our fellow brothers and sisters. I'll give you an example. Just because you had a vision or a dream or a nightmare of something negative taking place, it is okay to talk about it, but to use a large media platform and to come on and embrace the fear agenda, you're pushing the fear agenda. And this is going to happen and that is going to happen and prepare yourself and oh my, this, that. Consider those who are elderly, those who are bedridden, who watch YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Let's be more considerate and have compassion for what we use our platforms for. We can do what we want. I understand we all are grown, to each his own. We cannot control each other, and we all have free will. But with all due respect, let's consider the elderly people. Let's consider the handicapped, disabled, bedridden people who use YouTube and Facebook as a source of entertainment, while they're lying in their bed or receiving therapy, or our elderly people in our senior citizen buildings. I can go on and on. Let's consider everyone, for Christ's sake, let's consider those who don't have limbs to walk. I don't mean to go there, but I need to go there, okay? Let's be considered for our fellow brothers and sisters, no matter what color they are, no matter where they're from. At this time, we are all united and we are all experiencing this at the same time. We are all trying to get to the grocery store. We are all seeking great prices for food. We are all seeking where's the toilet paper. We are all seeking where to purchase the best tea and health things or whatever, etc., etc. But let's just be considerate. To come on your platform that you've been blessed with, and you may have a lot of subscribers and a lot of followers, that's good, that's wonderful. But let's not use it to push the fear-based agenda. Let's not get on this platform and always want to have fear-based conversations and fear-based topics and, oh, I told you so topics. It does no good at this point in time in this day. I'll say it again, you can do what you want because we all are grown, but it does no good to get on your platform and consistently say, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so, it does no good. Let's have some upliftment going, some motivation, some encouragement, some prayer, some survival ideas. But to consistently have these videos and these topics of, oh, I told you so, or you people this, you people that, it does no good. The moral of this conversation in this video is let's have some compassion, once again, for our fellow brothers and sisters. Let's have some compassion for the senior citizens, the elderly people. Why would you want to spike their blood pressure and raise stress and anxiety in these people? I mean, whether you had a dream or a vision of something negative occurring or not, that doesn't mean it's for you to get on your platform and spread this information. Because let's be honest, just because you dreamed about it doesn't mean it's going to necessarily occur. You know, a lot of things that are in our subconscious mind before we go to bed at night, or before we close our eyes, whenever, whether it's daytime or nighttime, it will induce the visions and the dreams that you have. You know, if you're a negative person and all you do is saturate your mind and vacation your mental space and your spirituality in a negative place, well, that's all you're going to have those dreams or nightmares. But that doesn't mean that spirit or anyone meant for you to spread this fear-based agenda, placing fear in people's minds and hearts. And I'm saying this in defense once again. I'm speaking up for those who can't speak. You know, there are a lot of people who are elderly, you know, whose health isn't good, who are doing the best they can at this time, like we all are. But to get on here and consistently create fear-based conversations, videos, and I told you so, it does no good. How about promoting some inspiration, motivation, encouragement, survival techniques? You know, some recipes, how to stretch food, good food ideas. And it's really low vibrational is what it is. It's low vibrational when you're helping push the fear agenda. Keeping your vibes high and staying positive, prayer works. And God is still in the blessing business. Yes, he is. All day, every day. But to assist in people around the world, you don't know who may be a fan of yours. You don't know who subscribes to your channel. You don't know who is bedridden, meaning that they may be paralyzed. Let's talk about it. And they look at your video as a form of entertainment because they're sick and shut in, because this is their way of life. And you've got their blood pressure spiked because they done set up and watched your videos. Not me. I'm speaking for those who can't speak. Everything isn't to be talked about and discussed. You know. And I just got to say, a lot of those times, those nightmares and those negative dreams that you be having, that's your energy, babe. That's your own personal, private energy. I'm not saying that anyone is lying on their platform. There is no right or no wrong. But let's be honest. A lot of what's on the subconscious mind, the ego pushes you to get on here and help push the fear-based agenda. That's negative energy. That's dark. That is not light. That is not love. Let's be considerate. Let's be considerate. We all have our own choice of practice of spirituality, religion, culture, whatever. We are able to make those choices individually, and that is okay. It's okay to be different. Because we have the opportunity to do what we want and speak on what we want, but I'm just saying, show some compassion. You don't want to spike the pressure of someone, like I said, who's sick and shut in and bedridden, and they're using you for entertainment, and they get not so good results today when the nurse come in and check their vitals because they're consistently listening to your videos. You know what I'm saying? We all know the mental state right now is very vital for everyone. the mental state. And it's not about being in denial. It's not about being afraid. Let's be real, but let's be compassionate. Arrogance and greed, like I said before, got us into the situation. Let's not be so haughty and so arrogant. Because all your I told you so videos does nothing for your fellow brother or sister. Does nothing for the healing of the world. Does nothing for the peace. And if this was your final time, why would you want to spend your moments pushing a fear-based agenda? Go out in high vibes, if anything, if that's how you feel. But don't use your platform to spread that worldwide. It's very unfair and insufficient. Because a lot of those dreams and those thoughts are part of your own personal energy. Yes, I said it, and I said it again. A lot of those bad, negative dreams, you just want to talk about it. Just say that you're afraid and that you're scared. But don't get on here and scare other people. Let's be considerate. Let's love one another. Let's love one another. And from my experience, my work experience, I no longer, of working in nursing home facilities and taking care of elderly and bedridden people, they do turn to YouTube for entertainment. This is their form. This is their thing, especially the ones that have no family to come see them. Let's be considerate. Every dream you have, nightmare or vision you have is not to be shared with everybody. 9 times out of 10, it's a part of your energy. And maybe you should keep it to yourself. I'm Lady Noble. I want you to stay positive, stay loving yourself and loving each other. But show some compassion. Let's not grow arrogant or haughty. Compassion, arrogance, and greed got the world into this situation. Let's not be arrogant. Let's not be nasty. We don't need to point the finger. Because you're no better than the news. A person who just watched the news rather than watch your channel. I'm just saying. Because you're helping push that agenda. All that I told you so does nothing. Let's be a positive force and not a negative one. I'm Lady Noble. I'm out. Keep loving each other.